WeCan serves the communities of the West Metro and helps nearly 600 families each year. People can just walk in or call the WeCan office located in Mound and find out about services that include helping families obtain back-to-school supplies for their kids, job search assistance, help with housing and emergencies, Meals on Wheels, and many more. WeCan is a vibrant organization with a 25-year history in the western suburbs. There is an active board of directors and executive director who together are working to add services that create a one-stop shop for the future.
So when families call or come into WeCan, we meet with them so that we can see their individual needs and help them connect to the resources that they need the most.
An elderly couple came to us looking for housing. They were living in their car in a gas station in Long Lake. They were saving their Social Security for a rainy day. We were able to convince them that this was their rainy day and secure the housing for them using their Social Security funds. Ross was a salesman and he had lost his voice, so he couldn't work anymore.
And then we found out 6 months later that he did die from throat cancer. We were then able to help his wife get into some subsidized housing so that she would be able to make it on her own. Tracy had lost her home and her job. She was going to school to become an RN and had to live in a storage unit while she was doing that. We were able to help her find a house, and she worked with our job counselors to be able to find a job.
We have a volunteer job center staffed by all volunteers. We have computers here that people can do searches for jobs, and the volunteers will help them with resume building and interview skills and doing mock interviews.
I put a resume together, just briefly, but a lot of my experience had been 11 years prior to that. And the gentleman here was able to look at that and he said, "Wow, you have an amazing resume." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Because this was so long ago." He said, "No, your resume is great, and here are some tips, and these are the things that you could do to make it, when somebody sees it, they say, wow, we want this person." I also was able to use their computer services here. I was able to use, so I could fax my resumes out. I could use all of their copy services and, their computers, looking for jobs, all of that.
Kids can come in before school starts and get their school supplies and backpacks, and this is also available throughout the year. As the kids need school supplies, they can come and get whatever they may need: crayons, notebooks, folders.
Not only did they help me at that time, but 6 months later, I get a call from WeCan. And they say, "I hear it's your son's birthday coming up. I've got a job now and I'm back on my feet, but it's tough and things are slow." And they said, "Why don't you come in here and pick out a couple of gifts for your son?" And it was amazing. They called me. They called me and asked me if I needed help with his birthday, and I was able to say yes. They even have cake mixes and frosting mixes, the things that don't cost a lot, but hello, it helped me.
Yeah.
It helped me a lot.
I know that most people understand the importance of a hot, nutritious meal, and that is really what Meals on Wheels is all about, but the human touch is also critical. The volunteers in this program are amazing. They are continually doing the simple things to help people out. The, "Hi, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? Do you need me to grab your mail? Take out your garbage?" I've had some volunteers pick up groceries for people every week.
Some of them are bedridden, some have diseases, and others are just struggling, one way or another.
Everybody seems to appreciate our visits. It's a daily check that they don't get from anybody else, and just that few minutes of verbal communication.
Well, I've been doing Meals on Wheels for maybe 11, 12 years, and I continue to do it because I feel it's a good way to give back to the community. And I enjoy doing it, and if I didn't do it, I'd feel like I was missing something. So I encourage anyone to go for it. It's really not a big time commitment, but you're giving so much, and you get a lot back. Hi there. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like 45 minutes, out of my day on Tuesdays, and that's it. It really isn't that big of a time commitment.
Everybody leave with a smile. They're happy to see us.
In the 17 years that I have been around this program, I have seen more people thrive due to the relationships that have been developed. And I really feel that Meals on Wheels not only feeds the body, it feeds the soul.
We're not an ongoing welfare program. We help in emergencies and to get people back on their feet and give them the skills and services that they need to help themselves move forward.
I came in here and I was broken. I mean, I was absolutely broken because I was embarrassed because I didn't know where I would go and I was not used to asking for help. And I felt that I was ashamed because I had always been able to do it on my own.
And they just sometimes just need that one extra lift. Yeah, they need a
break.
A break. Yeah, sometimes they need a break, right.
Over 50% of WeCan's budget comes from donations.
We've been community members here, both initially in the Spring Park and now Minnetrista for the last 44 years.
This larger gift, which can help sustain the organization, is what we're looking at as a long-term sustainability. But we need community support, we need people to see that it's a benefit to a lot of people, and by having a bigger profile, that will also help people, I hope, be more generous to WeCan, and they can see that it's not an organization that just gives money. We want to give people an opportunity, especially when you look at the job service and helping people have more opportunity.
They have helped me at one point get a new place to live. I still live there. Now I'm paying my own rent. They showed me on their computers where I could find good jobs. They walked me through every piece of it. I got a new job. I still have that job.
People don't understand it's not pull yourself up by your bootstraps necessarily if you don't have the bootstraps to pull on. That we have to give them the opportunity to find the bootstraps.
Right.
And then we will help them to the next level.
So that they are, like the organization, self-sustaining individuals, so that the organization can thrive and individuals can thrive, and that's the ultimate goal.
WeCan has an amazing program that they adopt families. And if your family is in a time of need at Christmas, please come to WeCan. And my goal is that maybe my family and I can adopt a family and we will be able to give them gifts because other families have helped us out so much.
Building hope. Offering help. Improving lives. WeCan. To find out more, go to wecan-help.org.